there, it's Rachel here with Senza Tempo Cane Corso. And I'm finally able to give you guys an update on the dogs. Savannah, you're freaking Cashmere out with that outfit. You're scaring her.
No,
Hey there, sugar. Hey there, sugar. Hey there, sugars.
Preacher.
Hey there, sugars.
What's Cashmere?
Yes, I know. I see you. That's their bed down there. Yes, I see you, sugar. I see you, sugar. Yes, I see you. I see you.
Yes. Oh! Crazy baby.
So everything's been doing well. The puppies are doing well. Big dogs are doing well.
Care kisses.
I've been
Ew.
under the weather for a while. Not really feeling too hot. Had a pretty bad migraine for like 2 days. I think the allergies here are just like so bad. Cause like if I lean my head back, I mean it just drains. It's so bad. So I don't know what we've got going on here, but it's bad.
Even though we lived here like our whole lives and stuff.
Yep.
It's still bad. Oh,
And so, anyway, but I wanted to take some time with everything going on lately to kind of talk about some things that I've seen in the community and stuff. And so,
check on that.
yeah. So one of the things that I think is important to stress is that, you know, when people see my dogs, they think that that's just like the way that the dogs are. And the thing is that my dogs are, you know, I've worked really hard to train them. So they don't, they're not representative of the breed in its natural state. Like you do have to take the time to train the dogs and oh god, Midnight, really, I love you. I love you, good girl. Okay, now get down. and so so anyway, so you really have to take the time, come on you guys, back over here, to socialize them and to train them. Midnight, shh, get down here. Shh, Midnight, quit right now.
Midnight.
Stop. Wait, hold on. Midnight, stop. Shh. Yeah.
You two quit it. Midnight. Way too high energy, woman. Hi, body.
So anyway, so, you know, we work with our dogs constantly. Do I suggest that other people... Oh, hello there, little baby. Oh, the kisses. The baby. So,
How they doing?
the baby.
Oh, Bonnie.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, my range of...
They're just so cute.
Bring it back.
Just give
You're a cutie.
They're big.
No, hold it still, woman. Jesus.
Cute
There we
face.
go. Very cute. Very cute. Okay.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
upset.
We'll do a puppy update later. But anyway, you know, I am not suggesting that anybody get a pack of Cane Corso to live in their house together.
We wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. It's even worked for me. You know what I'm saying? That's something to keep in mind, is that even I have to be on my toes with these dogs, watching, keeping an eye,
Quit it.
making sure that everybody's minding their manners. So it's, you know, it's definitely not something that I would recommend. And also when it comes to the dog park, like, you know, I'm not recommending that people take their dog to the dog park. Now, if you do choose to go to the dog park, I have videos on, you know, how to handle it, things to do, but I'm not telling you that you should go to a dog park. Now, do I go to the dog park? Yes, I do. There are limitations, however, like, for example, now that I have a pretty solid pack, I don't take my entire pack to a dog park, because if one of them gets messed with, they're going to act as a pack. They're going to act in unison. So, which isn't really fair for the, oh God, Midnight woman. It isn't really fair for the other dogs involved. And so, I love you too. Now get down. And so anyways, and it's not safe either. So just keep that in mind. There are, you know, there's obviously limitations to everything. So I'm not, I'm not saying that whatever I do, you should do. So I want to be very clear on that. Because, I've had some people with their dogs and they've been asking me, hey, my dog, he doesn't want to be at the dog park, blah, 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 this and that. And it's like, well, the thing is like, if you live in, a neighborhood or whatever, and you've been perfectly fine and, walking your dog and you haven't had any issues and everything's been fine, it isn't a necessity, or a benchmark that your dog be okay at a dog park. It's genuinely not. There are a lot of untrained, unsupervised, poorly behaved dogs at the dog park. So there's a lot that can go wrong there. But if you are the type of person who likes to go to the dog park and you're already going to go anyway, then yes, I've got some videos to try to help with how to interact with dogs there, how to identify behavior, how to respond whenever there's bad dogs there, and kind of how to get your dog ready to even go in there to do your homework so that your dog isn't just a big ball of energy. So pardon me. So anyway, so it's, I don't have a feeling one way or the other about it, whether you do or you don't take your dog to the dog park. That's totally up to you. And then another thing is like, having dogs up on the furniture and stuff like that. If you don't want your dogs up on the furniture, then don't have your dogs up on the furniture. If I have a client, if somebody calls me and they say that they're having dominance issues with their dogs, then one of the things I will recommend is that you do get them off the furniture. And that's because it's a very kind of easy way of setting some boundaries between you and the dog. It's an easy way of you setting a very clear, a point of like, this is my space and this is your space, right? But does it mean that if you leave your dog, if you let your dog on the couch, that it's gonna be more dominant than you? No, it does not mean that at all. None of my dogs think they're more dominant than me, and they're all allowed on the same things I'm on. The difference is that I don't need to follow that rule because of the fact that there's no confusion over who's in control in this house. Like, I'm the alpha and that's all there is to it. So they know that, and therefore I don't have to do those kinds of things. However, if you are having issues with your dog, then you should set those kinds of boundaries because it's not clear to your dog, and those kinds of things can help make it more clear. So those are, something to keep in mind there as well. She's fixing this to get through, Savannah. That's how she gets through, is underneath the chair.
She's trying to get to those puppies.
Yeah, we have Cashmere caged off from the rest of the dogs, and Seneca, because she's smart and determined, she likes to go underneath the chair to subvert our attempts at keeping her in. So. Yeah. Really. Yeah, she wants to go in with the puppies. She thinks she's a puppy. So anyway, like I said, it's one of those things where you can't look at what we do and just assume that we're telling you should do this, or that I'm, in any way suggesting that the way that we do things is the way that you should do things. It's genuinely not. I prefer having my dogs out in a pack like this because that's the way that I like to keep my dogs. It's personal preference. There are plenty of people that don't do that, and they keep the dogs kenneled all the time, or they don't. I wouldn't advise a pack. And I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't have as many dogs as I have right now if I wasn't a breeder. I mean, that's just the truth of it. I'd probably even out around 5, if I'm being honest, because I still love to have a pack of dogs, but I wouldn't need the genetic diversity that I need. And I certainly wouldn't shoot myself in the foot by trying to bring in, another male in with a bunch of females that are not spayed. Because the truth is, when breeding season comes around, I'm going to have to keep my males separate. I'm probably even going to have to keep a couple females separate, depending upon their individual temperaments. So, because just like women, hormones, they can get people going. And they can put you in a different frame of mind than you would normally be, and they will respond differently than they normally would. So, it's a lot of work, but like I said, it's something that I personally enjoy doing. I like doing it. I like having my dogs like this, so I don't mind the extra work involved. But don't get it twisted; it absolutely is work. Okay, there's a lot that goes on a day-to-day basis that I'm not able to film just because I can't sit here and film everything. Where everybody has their little moments, you know what I'm saying? Whether it be that somebody doesn't want to do what they're told, and so, we have a moment where they have to, like with Tennessee, for example, she didn't want to come outside the other day. And so I had to sit there and keep coaxing her and keep talking to her because, she has to be trained to make sure that she does what she's told. So there's all these little moments of training that happen that we're not always able to film. But they do happen, and that's the way that it has to be in a pack environment. I mean, really, that's the way it has to be in general. Everybody needs to be consistently doing their training. Yeah, see, little cutie. So just, like I said, keep that in mind. I'm not, I am not in any way saying that if you can't do this, then you're not doing it right, or that you should be doing it this way. This is just what I do, and I'm taking you guys along with me on the ride. But we all need to work within our own abilities, and so that means that if you are maybe you don't have as much time, or maybe you don't have as much training, then you probably shouldn't get more than a dog to at least start off with, right? So. Just something to keep in mind. If you have any questions about it, don't hesitate to ask. But I just felt like there were some some comments made in the community that made me feel like maybe I needed to address that, so that people really truly understood that I'm not, advocating that everybody start going out with their dog to the dog park. Especially if you have a grown dog that isn't, used to other dogs. I mean, it's literally not a necessity. So anyway, just keep that in mind. But everyone's doing good. Everyone's happy. Everyone's looking a little on the chubby side because, like I said, we've been swamped with rain, so we haven't been able to take the dogs out. And everybody's been kind of messing with each other. So, yeah, Midnight got bit in the other eyebrow. I cannot believe the odds of that. It's not bad. It just made it swell up. So, not sure who grabbed her. It was in the backyard, but she's probably messing. I wouldn't bet it wouldn't doubt it if it was Velocity, because she's probably messing with her. But it wasn't a fight or anything. We would have heard that. They're probably playing really rough and got popped. So... Anyway, just wanted to include you guys. Like I said, I'm sorry that I haven't been around. I've just been out of it and not feeling too hot. And whenever I have had a moment, it's just been hard for me to sit down and film. No. So, get down. Psst, get down, Tennessee. Go on.
Nice. Woman, you just want my milk.
Kisses. Did the kisses.
Little piggy.
Yeah. So anyway, I just thought I would include you guys in on our little update and show you guys what's going on. Everybody's been pretty chill, pretty relaxed. So nothing really big's going on. Just everybody's hanging out here. It probably hasn't been helping. I've been sleeping on this couch now since about 2 or 3 days before Cashmere had her puppies. And so... Yeah, and we just anytime we hear puppies, we wake up, we run over just to make sure nobody's getting stepped on or everybody's good to go. So it takes it out of you, man. It makes you tired. So that's why I haven't been really up to par. And I'll be honest with you, I got a lot of applications and I haven't even looked at them yet. I mean, just if you've submitted an application, I apologize, but I have to really manage my sanity right now. And with everything going on, I have not had the opportunity to take a look. So we've only got one spot left, and I will make a decision soon. It's just, like I said, I've been just out of it, and I need to be able to talk to people. I need to be able to interview them. So, it's just going to have to wait. The puppies aren't going to be going home for a long time, so we've still got plenty of time to make that call. So anyway... just wanted to give you guys that update. And, pardon me. We'll probably be heading to sleep soon, but wish you guys a good Saturday, and we'll try to touch base with you tomorrow, and then I'll make sure to upload about the puppies as well. So y'all have a good night, and I'll talk at you later.
Bye.
Bye.